So good to see you. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. It is just about 11:30 on Wednesday, August 5th, and we are coming to you live from the home of Chef Cindy, and she is going to be doing some amazingness in the kitchen as usual. We're doing turkey and veggie galore. All right.
Oh gosh. Well, welcome back, Chef Cindy. I am here to make the amazing Italian meatballs. I have my tomatoes that I chopped up a couple of days ago that I was using on my salad, some fresh basil from my garden. So we're going to be sauteing that up with, I got this nice yellow squash from my garden too. And I chopped it up real small. I'm going to saute that all together. I've already prepped up my chopped garlic and my onions. And then I've got my spaghetti squash. I got some ground turkey, and then I've got some bell pepper, onion, and garlic that I'm going to throw into my ground turkey for my meatballs. So let's get started. I am going to start off by sauteing up my garlic and my onions. I put just a little grease release here, a little canola oil, and I'm heating this up. I'm also got my pan here. I've got a little bit of my ground black pepper and salt that I'm going to fry these meatballs in. So while this is heating up, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put inside of my meatballs.
Hang on one second. Just so you know, when she says ground fresh pepper, this is actually what she means. Montreal steak seasoning. It is amazing.
It's amazing. So I'm turning on my stove here for my meatballs. I've got this all done. I'm going to be adding my onion, and you can hear it sizzling, my onion and my garlic. My little wooden spoon here, and I chopped it real fine. I did it ahead of time so you wouldn't hear me chop, 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 chop. So this I'm gonna let just kind of brown up here. I don't want it to dry out. So I'm going to put a lid on it, just kind of to hold in the moisture, because I want all that moisture in there. I think that's going to add to my sauce. It's going to be delicious. So I've got my meatballs going over here. I'm going to just, you don't want to over mix your little meatballs here, because then the meat will get tough. It'll be like, it gets real solid. This is, I think, almost ready. So I'm just going to pull it together. If you wanted to throw an egg in here, that's okay too. Okay. All right, so here's here's my giant meatball. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take off little pieces. I'm going to roll them up in the palm of my hand, flatten them out just a little bit. And you can hear that sizzle. Not too tight. So I was kind of, reflecting on, I hope you all looked up the 6 essential nutrients. I think it's really important that you understand how important it is to eat from all the food groups and why. Your protein should not be used for energy. Your protein needs to be used for making your immune system stronger, building muscle, repairing. That's what protein does in your body. Your carbohydrates, which is anything that's grown, that's your vegetables, because of all the good fiber and minerals and vitamins that are in there, your fruits, your whole grains and beans. That's where you get your energy from. That is what helps with the maintenance of, of energy, but also to heat your body up so that during, it heats you up and it cools you down. That's what maintains your body, is all of your carbohydrates. And then your fats. Your fats are really important for the absorption of different the breaking down and absorption of your minerals and your vitamins in your body and giving you energy. That's what the fats are for. They also help with your cardiovascular system and also for your brain. You want your brain to be able to have enough energy in there and for your body just to run itself. So the vitamins and minerals are kind of what helps with all the processes in your body, your ability to think, your ability to respond, like moving your arms, your central nervous system. So it's really important. And you only get this from food. It doesn't come from supplements. You get it from your food. We have been, as a species, have been around much longer than the pharmaceutical companies. So for it's got to be millions of years that we've been around, okay, eating food. So I'm just going to wash my hands because I touched meat. Okay, so I've got my little meatballs going on here. I'm going to grill them up here. I made them small so that it goes, that's going to be with meat, and this I'm going to use in here. Oh, my onions are doing so good. My onions and my garlic. Okay, so now I'm going to add just a little more spray. And I'm going to add my zucchini now. And I am going to, what we call, sweat this. So this is, we're doing saute today. So everything is being cooked down. Now the only herbs that I'll be putting in here today is fresh basil. Salt and fresh basil. I'm going to let the garlic and the onion come through on the flavors here. And yesterday when I did the steaming of the zucchini and the tofu, I had somebody comment like, oh, how boring. That did not look good at all. Until you eat it. You would be amazed what flavors come naturally in your fruits and veggies. And when your palate starts to clean up from eating all of the processed food and all that sugar, and you start to just be able to taste the natural sweetness and the different flavors in the vegetables and the fruits that you're eating, and like even in the tofu, it will surprise you. You don't need all of the additives and all of the quote natural flavoring that they put on everything. Nature has a way of making us want to eat things. Nothing like a fresh peach, fresh apple, crisp, a banana with flavor. When Rose made those muffins this morning, she happens to like cinnamon in that, but cinnamon has no flavor. What actually brought out the flavor of the cinnamon was the sugar in the banana. Because if you ate just the cinnamon itself, it would not taste good. Okay, so I'm going to turn these down. I'll let these kind of cook. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so these are kind of going. This is going. I'm going to put a lid on these meatballs because I want to build up heat. If I keep the lid on here and it does not evaporate, it's going to kind of build up heat in there, and it's going to cook them better. All right, quicker. And also, don't forget to use a thermometer to check to make sure that you're 155 degrees before you serve it. So this is going really well. This is going good. Okay, so yesterday I steamed up this spaghetti squash. And if you've never used spaghetti squash before, you can see how this kind of looks like spaghetti strings. Really easy. So what you do is I kept one piece so you could see, and you just kind of go underneath, take it off the shell, and I scrape everything. I'd eat the shell if you could, but this one's a little tough to eat. So I'm just going to take it off of here with a spoon or with a fork or with a knife, and then you just kind of break it up. And this is going to be our mock pasta today. I don't eat anything refined other than oatmeal. That is about the most processed of grains, oatmeal and rice. Okay, set that to the side. Now, I've got my basil and my tomatoes here. This is just about done. Yep. It's nice and soft. I like a little bit of crunchy still in my vegetables. So now I've got, you can see all the different kinds, the different colors that are in here. So garlic has wonderful, grown in the ground, has wonderful vitamins and minerals, lots of antioxidants. These are antioxidants. This is what helps carry things, all the impurities out of your body. Keeps you healthy. So I'm going to take and put these in here. Also, tomatoes have lycopene, and that is very good for blood pressure, watching your blood pressure. And you can see, look at this. Oh my God, look at that. Does that look amazing? Oh, and if you can smell this basil and garlic, can you smell that, Rose?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let this kind of cook down a little bit. The tomatoes are going to break down. I'm going to put the lid on. So this is, I'm sauteing this together. And then I'm just going to, God, the colors are so rich and beautiful. Okay, I'm going to turn this down. My meatballs, look at these. Okay, these are gorgeous. Look at that. These not only, like you saw me put a little bit of bell pepper in here. I have red bell pepper, onion and garlic, and just a little bit of salt and pepper. That's it. So these are almost done. So Rose will get your bowl. I'm going to check the temperature right now. Really important when you're dealing with any meats, chicken, fish, beef, eggs, that you're going to be, you have to have everything over 140 degrees in order to kill off whatever is in there. It's salmonella or E. coli or whatever bacteria is growing in there. And this right now is 125 degrees. So by the time this is done, this will be done. Keep checking. Buy one of these. Really important. Okay, so we are going to, how many ounces of veggies are you going to be going with today?
14.
14. Okay, so we're going to do 8 ounces of spaghetti squash roast. Does that work for you?
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to go 8 ounces, and if you could pop this in the microwave. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we're going to be setting Rose up here. A little sauce. Oh yeah, look at that, Rose. You're going to be loving this. You can adjust the seasonings. I always say add a little bit more salt if you want when you're eating it. So I'm going to lift the lid off now, and I'm going to let this just kind of saute down. I don't know if you can see this, but you see? Oh, we need to get a better camera for this, but it looks beautiful. So this, I used yellow and red tomatoes, yellow zucchini chopped, garlic, onion, fresh basil, salt, pepper, that's it. Now our fat, where will you be having your fat, Rose?
Forgot, let me look.
Because you could drizzle at the end, and that's what I would suggest that you do. You take
I'm
your
doing avocado, so don't worry.
avocado. Oh,
I got it.
because what you could also do if you wanted to add, like Rose is not having a salad today. So instead of cooking with the oils, I don't like to cook with the oil because it breaks it down. I like to add it afterwards. So what I would do is I would take the spaghetti squash, I would put the meatballs on there, I would put the sauce over the top, and then I would drizzle some really good olive oil, or Rose, in her case, can put sliced avocado on the top so that you have your fat separate, because I want to have good grade of fats in my body. You want those really good amino acids, threes and sixes, and oh, good. We're here now. All right. So we lost a little moisture here, Rose. So I'm going to add just a little bit here.
Well, I mean, you're still putting tomato in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
do you want your meatballs to be the sauce over the meatballs or the meatballs on top? Okay.
I have no preference on that.
No preference on that? Awesome. Awesome. So, along with having good nutritious food, and this is what we're trying to show you, is that you need to have small amount of protein, small amount of fat, a lot of your food to be coming from, produce, carbohydrates, along with this, and water, of course, because you have to be able to, lubricate yourself and move for digestion. And also it helps your 60-70% of your body is water too. So this is what helps protect your bones. Fat and water help protect your bones and your vital organs. So it's important that you eat nutritious food. The next thing is sleep. You need to have good sleep and rest. Take that time to take care of yourself, and then exercise. Whether it's just, vacuuming in the house, ironing, these are all things, male and female, these are all things that movement that you can do. Mowing the lawn, sweeping the front yard. Maybe you can't get out to the gym right now, but there's a lot of things that you can do around your house. And every time I go to, oh man, do I really want to wash those windows? I think that's my body moving. That's my engaging. So I engage, I try to see the things that I can do around my house. Count sweeping, count vacuuming, count washing your windows, count washing your dishes. Anything that you're moving, this is exercise. It's getting up and moving your body. So some people like to go to the gym or go for a walk or a hike or a bike ride. That's good. But don't discount the things that you do around the house where you just keep moving. So I am checking my meatballs here, making sure that they are at the right temperature. So good nutrition, exercise, count everything, and rest. Maybe you're only getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep at night. Maybe you're restless and just stay laying in bed. Rest. It doesn't mean that you have to be asleep. It just means rest. Try not to look at your computer or your cell phone at night, get up and do things, turn on the lights, because that kind of breaks your resting. Just lay in bed. And if you can get an opportunity, whoa, I'm right there. Yes. If you get the opportunity to take a nap during the day or just to chill, sometimes what I'll do is I'll turn on the news, and that puts me to sleep like in 2 seconds. So do whatever you can. All right, I'm going to put my meatballs here, and you have 4 ounces, Rose?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I got Rose's little meatballs here, and we're going to 12. Okay. And then 16, right? How many? 14? Okay, so you're going to go, I already gave you 8 and 6, so you need 6 ounces of this. All right, so I'm going to turn this, and we're going to put 6 ounces right over the top. Oh, Rose, you're going to love this. This is, okay. This is amazing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. Spaghetti squash on the bottom. We've got our turkey meatballs, and then we have our sauce right on the top. So enjoy. Thanks for joining us for lunch today, and I hope you enjoy the meal, and we'll see you tomorrow. And
thank you for lunch, Chef Cindy. I will be enjoying that. Thank you, ladies, for being here. We'll see you all in a little bit. Bye.